I do everything from my phone, and am designed to do that so that I can do things from anywhere and anywhere I need to. And furthermore, 99% of the communication I do, save for the occasional podcast interview, is done asynchronously. I am absolutely refuse to do meetings or phone calls pretty much without exception.
Oh, I like this.
Yes, most of it is audio. I primarily use a tool called Voxer.
Yeah. So talk about that, because a lot of people are not thinking about using asynchronous audio or video in their business. I can tell you that right now.
I know. Believe me.
And I know you know that, and it baffles me. That's why, again, the light went on for me yesterday. The aha moment when I was like, okay, I got this done. Wait a minute, I can actually send videos to all my people prior to show and post show really quickly instead of typing it all out. It's personal. It's not done by ChatGPT. Ari's going to probably think it's cool when he receives it, and it's a win-win for everybody, isn't it, Ari?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And the thing is, I'm sure that I don't know if you did, but even if you did, it's great. I'm sure you could knock out 10 of those in a half an hour and then move on with, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've worn the same outfit for 2 weeks now, so I can have video continuity.
That's good. So here's the mind-blowing one, I think, for a lot of people. So when I started in the business of coaching and productivity, I was doing what most coaches do, which is they'd have their live, like I'd have a 1-hour meeting once a week with each of my clients, and then they could email me in between. And this is 12 years ago, right? And I think that the limit at the time for me was like 12 clients, maybe 14 clients at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, coaching is still my primary business. Currently, I coach 26 entrepreneurs and founders and a couple COOs at last count, I think it was like 14 time zones. I spend about 20 minutes a day doing that, and they have unlimited private one-on-one access to me. So all of this is done over Voxer. I don't do a single live call. There's no Zoom, there's no webinars, there's no sales call, nothing. It is 100% done over Voxer. Again, they have unlimited access to me. Some of my clients I speak to every single day for a minute or two. I can listen to the messages at 2, 3, 4 times speed. I can spend 20 minutes and listen to all my clients' comments and questions for the day and get back to them when I want. And it's a dream. It's an absolute dream, because I can do it in the car on the way to a soccer game if I'm going to pick up a kid. I don't do it in front. I never do it in front of the kids, actually. I can, and now I have friends on it. I have my mother on Voxer, my wife on Voxer. So it just means that everything is on my time. And it doesn't mean that I take my sweet ass time and like I'm slow with things. Quite the opposite. I'm extremely efficient with it, because, and also this started as a thing to be convenient for me, but ultimately I found it's actually a more effective form of coaching, because if you're my client, and today is Thursday, and our appointments every Wednesday at noon, right? And something shitty happened today, and you had a fight with a client or a coworker or whatever. Do you want to wait till Wednesday for our 45-minute appointment to get the 3-minute answer that you need? Or do you want to just vent every possible curse word you can at Voxer for the next 10 minutes, move on with your life, and 3 hours from now, I'll get back to you with the silver bullet answer that you need? It's hard to make that argument that it doesn't work. So that's great, obviously, because now I realistically, I think I could probably have 40 to 50 clients this way. But I don't do sales calls like this either. So I made a YouTube video. You can go to voxwithari.com. It takes you to a YouTube video basically saying, hey, this is how Voxer works. This is how I use it. Reach out to me on Voxer. So now, instead of booking sales calls on a Sunday night at 10 o'clock, I'll get a 2-minute message from some random person I've never heard of. In the morning, I'll respond to them. They'll get back to me a few hours later. 3 days later, I sign them up for a coaching program, which is, if I do say so myself, fairly high ticket. And we've exchanged 7 minutes of audio over the course of 3 or 4 days. And they now are already on the platform that I'm going to be using to coach them with. So now what happens is when somebody emails me and they want to have a call, I don't even say anything. I just respond with voxwithari.com. And if I hear from them, I do. If I don't, it's not going to work.
What a magical way to find time and put time into your life, frankly. So AI has allowed us to create AI chatbots and versions of ourselves. We've recently seen Meta release their suite of AI bots. You get Snoop Dogg, you get Tom Brady, et cetera, et cetera. Ari Meisel bot coming for your coaching business? And this is a serious question. So do you look 24 months ahead, 12 months ahead, 36 months ahead? In listening to you speak, I would be surprised to think that you're not considering it.
We're already building it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're building it. I don't want Yes, so we are building it. One of the things, again, about Voxer is, yes, you can do texting and you can do chat, but it is primarily voice. So one of the things that it's actually funny for me because sometimes I have to convince people that it's actually me and not a VA or an automation, just because of the brand. They're like, "Oh,
Yep.
if this is Ari or Ari's VA," no, it's really me. I swear. Like I've literally
Yes.
done the thing where I take a picture of the newspaper with like I'm being kidnapped. It's primarily voice. Now we've already cloned my voice with 11 labs, and we can do that kind of stuff. And we've gotten the latency. I've been working with a very talented guy who I'm not going to name because he's keeping it private for now. But
I'll steal him.
yeah, no, he doesn't work for me. He's actually a client.
Okay.
He's gotten the latency down to about 3 or 4 seconds, so you could have a conversation back and forth just like you're doing with ChatGPT
Mm.
with my voice. But here's the thing. So I don't want to use that to replace my coaching. What I want to do is use it to democratize my coaching because
Mhm.
I truly believe that I've been able to help at this point, I guess, thousands of people get less overwhelmed and
Mhm.
do all sorts of wonderful things. And I truly believe that the more people I can reach and the more people I can help like that, it will just make the world a better place. And I know that sounds idealistic and maybe conceited, but that's how I feel. So I would love to be able to make something like that freely available or extremely cheaply available for people to use all over the place. So, and then of course they still have the option of actually doing coaching with me. But I'd say 80% of the conversations I have are conversations I've had before with other clients because there's so many overlaps, so many similar issues that come up. And so if I can make that more readily available to people at a lower cost, with a clone voice bot, then I want to do that.
This is gold. Like, what you're telling our audience right now is gold. If people aren't paying attention to you, they you can walk a horse to water, but you can't make a horse drink. Like, honest to God, like you're giving people free time, free advice to save time. And what you're actually saying is like, here's how you scale your coaching business.